In this video, we'll talk about the benefits of DITA. Like the rest of us, the architects of DITA wanted to create a better customer experience. In doing this, they ended up solving some problems for writers and companies too. Let's start with problem 1. Messing around with styles is a waste of time and effort. In a non-DITA environment, writers apply style to their text. And when you have a team of writers, styles are applied inconsistently, no matter how good your corporate style guide is. This approach presents customers with a wacky, off-brand, and inconsistent look and feel. Does DITA solve this? Yes. DITA divorces style from the content. In a DITA authoring environment, writers apply semantic labels to their text. When the content is published, styles are applied to the content based on the labels and the type of output that's being created. For example, user steps in DITA become ordered lists in HTML output. In other words, DITA tags are used to create consumable content for the customer. And in case there's any kind of rebranding initiative, there's no need to go into the source files to change the style. Only the style sheets need to be changed. Now let's move on to problem 2. Customers need to access information in multiple ways. Customers might want to access information through an app on their phone, on a browser, or offline. Because publishing solutions are sometimes tied to a specific output, companies are locked into delivering information only one or two ways. When businesses need to pivot to respond to market demands and customers need a mobile output, meeting the new requirement often means creating a company-wide initiative to kick off a massive project, taking away resources from other teams. DITA's XML and topic-based architecture is hardware and software agnostic. Because DITA's XML, you aren't locked into a specific output based on a tool or platform. The DITA Open Toolkit has generic transformations, which take the raw XML and transforms it into any output, like PDF, web, CHM, or mobile. For example, to publish to web browsers, DITA transforms the XML into HTML. The DITA specification already supports many generic output transformations. If you want to create output that's not out of the box, all you have to do is create a new transformation. Next is problem 3. Even with an information architecture and a refined content model, the structure can be ignored. An information architect can spend time building a sophisticated and robust content strategy and architecture, but in practice, people don't always follow the strategy. This makes content inconsistent and unmanageable. DITA handles this too. DITA provides underlying support and enforcement in the form of document type definitions. Document type definitions, or DTDs, define and enforce the structure and flow of the content. DTDs require content to be in its specific place and will let the writer know when the structural rules are violated. Last is problem 4. Reuse by copying and pasting creates massive maintenance issues later. Different customers might need a single piece of information in multiple places in the documentation. To accommodate, writers copy and paste. But when that information needs to be changed, writers have to sift through the documentation to change each instance. Does DITA solve this? Yes. DITA defines advanced linking mechanisms that'll let you reuse content at any level. When you modify reused chunks of information, the change is propagated throughout the DITA files, which leverage the same content. When you publish, the delivered documentation is updated consistently. I want to be clear that you can't throw DITA at one of these problems and expect it to be solved. DITA is not an elixir for all your information issues. But DITA will provide a framework that will let you solve these complex content problems. And it'll let you create a scalable, navigatable, and consistent environment for your customers.